You're very welcome here to the presentation pre-Women's Senior Cup Final for 2023. I'm going to hand you over now to the presentation.
Captain Christine Farrell. Number 1, Danielle Klemmer. 3, Karen Kinlan. 4, Gillian Fritz. 5, Leisha Devlin. 7, Simona Herbach. 8, Gillian Farrelly. 9, Robin Joyce. 10, Ellie Joyce. 11, Rebecca O'Donovan. 12, Nicola Coulter-John. 13, Amelia Urry. 14, Danielle Harris. Our referees are from Greece, Mr. Andreas Morellis, and from Belgium, Mr. Alain Dosh. Our table officials are Adam Child and Anna Riley. Our players wearing blue caps: number 7, Captain Mairead Baker. 1, Zoe O'Brien. 2, Anya Hennessy. 3, Lucy Kelly. 4, Shauna Kenny. 5, Clea McColvin. 6, Aoife Hennessy. 8, Katie Hines. 9, Ciara Williams. 10, Ciara Frankie. 11, Clara Kelly. 12, Lana Nolan. The match will commence at 5 p.m. sharp.
So the pre-match presentation has been done and both sets of players introduced to the crowd gathering here in the Aura in Bangor in County Down. We'll be back momentarily with full live coverage of the 2023 Women's ISC Senior Cup Final. Hello, and you are very welcome to the final of the 2023 Swim Ireland Senior Women's Cup, live here from the Ora in Bangor in County Down. Drogheda taking on St Vincents in what should be a very competitive final. Our match referee from Greece has definitely brought the Ionian sun with him to the north of Ireland, and conditions outside are absolutely perfect, and inside they couldn't be any warmer. So both teams have set off in the swim off, and the ball has been thrown in, and the final is underway. And shooting from left to right in this first half is St Vincent's. So Drogheda going from right to left. As you look at it, Vincent's going from left to right. And early on, there's a chance there. So the ball to be taken out now by the Drogheda goalkeeper. Danielle Clemmer just got the ball up the field there, and there's another infringement. So Drogheda's just starting to move it a wee bit quickly. Oh, good effort in there. He came in there from Nicola Coulter-John. Scored a goal in the semi-final. And now a chance for Vincents with Iona Nolan, another goal scorer in the semi-final. So there's a minor there. And the 1 metre retreat, so they've gone backwards to go forwards. Gone sideways again here, Vincents. And shot clock just ticking down. Oh, what a hit! The shot clock was ticking down. Danielle Clemmer wasn't expecting that one. And it's a super strike. And I think it was Katie Hines got that one. Didn't score in the semi-final, but she has scored in the final. Drogheda en route to the final today. Topped Group A, beating North Dublin 12-3 and Tribes by 11-10. They beat Cathal-Brugha 10-8 in the semi-final this morning. Vincent's top Group B, beating Diamonds 22-9 and Cathal-Brugha 14-9. And then they beat Tribes 20-7 in the second of the two semi-finals here this morning. So Drogheda on the attack now, trying to work one in. They've got close to the chance. It's 1-1. Great start. What a really good move. Loads of space there. And it was Christine Farley who got the goal. So neither Christine Farley nor Katie Hines scored in the semi-final, both of them registering goals in the final. And what a start we have to this Senior Cup final. This has been the pairing for the last three Senior Cup finals, so they know each other oh too well. Vincents have had all of the joy, going for 12 in a row. Their 13th title in 14 years. Drogheda have never won one. That one just creeped wide, but from this angle it looked as if it was nesting in the bottom corner of Danielle Clemmer's net. Drogheda have never won one, but they're very hopeful that today can be the day they end that wait for success at Senior Cup level. Vincent's, of course, hoping to complete their first double in 5 years. The men in the final against Cathal-Brugha just after this. There was an arm hold there. Looks like an infringement, and it should be a Drogheda ball. The ref says give her the metre, and she does. Works it back out, and a chance of a shot, but that's just gone over and out. Christine Farley again. So, good start to this final with nearly 3 minutes on the clock. Kate Hines being asked to present for the ball. I think it's just gone over her, but there is holding. The referee on the near side saying there was a holding, so Vincents have a chance now to recycle the ball and maybe find a gap, work Danielle Clemmer from right to left and maybe get a shot. Good shot, but a really good block down that time coming in there from Gillian Fritz. Did well, but there's a minor infringement and they have to move back a metre, but Vincents are still trying to work it off the post. Drogheda right in their luck early doors. Well done there by Farley, gets it back to Clemmer, and Clemmer just launches it way up the pool, and there's a chance here for Drogheda to go 2-1 up. There was a pull in the water. The Drogheda management not happy with that one. A foul, and I think it was was it Gillian Farley, I think. And Drogheda still have possession with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to work something into space. They've worked it way back out now. Maybe trying to get a shot on centrally. They've taken the shot, and that's off the crossbar, but it comes back out to a Vincents player. And it's back in the hands now of Zoe O'Brien. Calm presence in the goals. Works it out to this right-hand side, where Aoife Hennessy just decided to put the head down twice and swim on and didn't find the right option. Now she's found Aoife Hennessy a chance there, and that's off the crossbar as well. Posts on both sides been rattled early on. Really good start to this final. 4 minutes into the first quarter. Referee spots something. And the Drogheda bench not happy with it, but it will be a Vincent's ball. Drogheda just have to regroup here, because Vincent have worked that really quickly, and they have a chance. Good save going for the lob shot, but Danielle Clemmer was more than equal to it. Just as the shot left the hand there of, I think it was Anya Hennessy, Danielle Clemmer was rising and collected it. Easy take in the end. So, loads of holding and jostling early on, just both sides trying to get a foothold in the early exchanges here, but it's Vincents who are doing all the attacking down this left hand side at the moment. Another shot, another save by Danielle Clemmer. And they'll be happy with that, Drogheda, that she's on top form here in this final so far. Going for the long one, looking for Alicia Devlin. We could hear the call up here. It's very audible in this final. The crowd really getting into it. Good crowd. A lot more people here than were here for both semi-finals this morning, so that's great to see in this fantastic venue. A long one played across by Drogheda, and Vincent's just happy enough to foul them, I think, but they'll have to give them their 1 metre restriction. But free now more centrally. Gillian Fritz up here just to throw that away, but maybe it's a Vincent's ball. But Vincent's now have it in the centre of the pool and working it out to this right hand side, trying to create an option or create an angle and maybe work Clemmer from right to left in her goal. Ciara Frankie tried to do something, but eventually squared it inside to Cleona Calvin, and she sent it wide. Cleona got 2 goals in the semi-final. Ciara Frankie got 8, so it'd be very important from the Drogheda point of view to keep her quiet. Long ball, and I think the Drogheda player's just about going to win that there. Immediately Danielle Clemmer just turns over to the side of the pool and says, yeah, I know I left that one short, but meanwhile it might have worked out. I think it has. There looks to be an ejection here and a penalty maybe. It is a penalty actually. Penalty for Drogheda with 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. So I think that Nicola Coulter-John is unhappy with the ball. The referee has it in his hand anyway. So he's just about to throw it back in. All's good. This would put Drogheda 2-1 in front. Should she beat Zoe O'Brien? And she does. What a finish. Nicola Coulter-John. A goal in the semi-final, now one in the final, and Drogheda with just over 2 minutes in the first quarter lead by 2-1. Looking to win their very first Senior Cup. They have all the heartache of losing finals to the current opposition, but that'll count for nothing if they don't get their hands on the trophy in about a half an hour's time. Vincent's coming right down through the mid of the pool and now decide to go out wide to Ciara Frankie. And she does well. Gets it back to Ciara Williams. Williams just sets it back up there to Aoife Hennessy, and there's a minor infringement. Taken really quickly, looking for the chip shot. I think it's being counted. I thought she'd taken it from the wrong place, but the scoreboard hasn't changed. Good finish. So still 2-1 to Drogheda with just over 2 minutes to go. So Drogheda containing Vincents, who are widely regarded as the best team. Oh, the chip shot! What about that? What about that for a lofted one into the far corner? I think it was Ellen Joyce. Ellen Joyce. And it's 3-1 Drogheda. Ellen Joyce, who got 2 goals in the semi-final, gets her first one in the final. This is a terrific opening quarter from the Louth side. And we'll really see now all of Vincent's experience and talent and game management as they try and, over the next 3 quarters, claw this lead back. And they have a chance maybe at the back stick for one. Was there a minor? The referee says no, ball's out, and it will be Danielle Clemmers. So out to the far side of the pool there, and it's with Sive Kinlan. Kinlan just looking for an option and surveying all of her options. Eventually she's found a swimmer, Lucy Kelly, and Kelly's done well to get away from Anya Hennessy, but Hennessy's done well to get back, but now she is back at a chance. Oh, it just looped over. Really good tussle there between Kelly and Hennessy, and just went over. Oh, little things make a big difference. We're inside the final minute of the first quarter here. It's still Drogheda 3-1. They've been very unlucky, doing their marshalling really well on the big Vincents players. Ciara Frankie yet to really get into the game. 8 goals in the semi-final. A shot in here. Oh, it's just... Well, it looked as if it was going into the top corner, but there was no real panic on Danielle Clemmer's face. She just watched it go right and wide. And Drogheda have possession on the far side with Sive Kinlan again, and she's popped it forward to Cara Kinlan. Minor infringement, is it? And it will be a Vincent's ball. Zoe O'Brien has it in hand. Just a little pop out there to Cleona Calvin, who let it go really far up the field. Chance. Oh, what a good save off the crossbar from Cleona Calvin. It was a great save from Danielle Clemmer. She received it from Eva Hennessy, took the shot, and well palmed onto the crossbar. And Drogheda will be just very content to wear this clock down now. 9 seconds to go and get in a quarter time with a lead. Time almost up, and keeper just decides, shoot, wasn't a million miles away. But that's the end of the first quarter. Drogheda lead 3-1. We'll be back with quarter 2 in a couple of moments. Welcome back to the Women's Senior Cup Final for 2023, live here from the Aura in Bangor in County Down. So Drogheda in front 3-1. at the end of the first quarter. Goals coming from Christine Farley, Ellen Joyce and Nicola Caltajohn after Katie Hines had put Vincents in front. So, swim off won by Vincents. Kieran Farley, the assistant coach down there for Drogheda, was telling us on commentary during the men's semi-finals but how advantageous it is to win the swim off, because it can mean 4 extra possessions or attacks in each game, and Vincents have won both of them in this final. But right the corner, the crossbar again comes to Drogheda's aid, and that was a shot right out of nowhere. And Drogheda have really rode their luck, as well as getting the matchups correct so far early on. Meanwhile, this is Nicola Caltajohn trying her shot in the far corner. There's it off the other side of the crossbar, and the referee's index finger went up as if to say, no, don't even chance it. It looked from this angle to be 50-50, but he had a better view than I had. Chance now for Vincents to respond automatically. Was there a pull down there? There was some sort of a minor infringement. In fact, I think it is going to be a penalty. And Ciara Frankie will take it. And Frankie gets her first of the final to build on her 8 goals she scored earlier on in the semi-final. Beautiful strike in off the water, just bounced into the top right hand corner of Danielle Clemmer's net, and Vincents have made the perfect start to the second quarter. Drogheda just trying to work something down the right side. The fielders joy down that side, but they've been turned over. Really good defending from Anya Hennessy. Invited the pull, and she got the minor, and now they're moving up the pool. They're moving up really fast. There's a real chance here to equalise, and this chance is in the back of the net. What a finish. What a move. Mairead Baker, the goal scorer. And she had options to her right if she wanted them. She didn't, and it's 3-all. Drogheda on the attack one end, ball in the back of the Drogheda net on the other. So 3-all. Just under 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Vincent showing all their quality to be able to claw themselves back into this one. And Drogheda now trying to work something again to go down that right side. This time Anya Hennessy does foul. I think it was Cara Kindlin. But Drogheda have a chance inside, is it? Yeah, there was pulling, and crowd getting very vocal here, not overly happy with the ref, but who would want to be a referee? Tough job. There's an ejection there, and Drogheda have the ball back. Yeah, I think it was Anya Hennessy's gone out of the pool. So 13 seconds now for Drogheda to try and use their numerical advantage. Oh, what a shot, and what a save from Zoe O'Brien. That'll be a corner on this side here to Drogheda. First corner of the final. Drogheda to take it. They still have that numerical advantage. Hooked across shot. Goal! It looked like a cross-come shot. We'll see on the replay. Maybe it was just a shot. I think it actually was. And it just zipped in off Zoe Martin's hands and in off the underside of the crossbar. And I think it was Cara Kindlin who got it. And that's 4-3 now. And Drogheda will be delighted with how they have responded after surrendering that 2-goal advantage. They now lead 4-3. We've played 2.5 minutes in the second quarter. Nearly halfway through this final. A men's final between Cathal Bruins and Vincents coming up directly after the post-match presentation. Meanwhile, Vincent's trying to work something, but Drogheda back defending in numbers, going zonal. There's a bit of pushing and shoving in the water. The crowd getting very vocal. But Drogheda have won it, and they have a free out now. 24 seconds left on the shot clock. Danielle Clemmer happy enough just to find the right pass. She's found Robin Joyce, and Joyce was adjudged to have been infringed as well. Swimmers coming forward. This one here looks to be Christine Farley, and Farley fouled, so they have to give a metre when there's a minor. Gets it back now to Coulter John again. Fouled. Did she get enough space? She did! And she got the shot away, and it was a rasper. And I think Zoe Martin might have got the faintest of touches, which did enough to knock it onto the crossbar. And Coulter John, who got one in the semi and one already today, has a rasper of a shot in her. Can they release her? Meanwhile, at the far side, that is a clever finish. Low into the keeper's near side. Really clever play. And it was Cleona Calvin who gets her first goal in the final. 2 goals in the semi-final earlier. Really clever. In at the keeper's near side. Used the water for extra bit of speed. And Vincents have responded. What a final we have in our hands. It's 4-4 now. Referees have been really busy here in the early exchanges. So, on the far side, Cara Kinnan looking for Shauna Kenny. Kenny's done well to reach it, and she just goes to the lob shot, and again Zoe Martin's crossbar. It's really living a charmed life. At Vincents don't care, they'll be happy to take it out, and they've taken it way down into the Drogheda half of the field. Good ball in from Ciara Frankie to Ciara Williams. And Vincent's now just trying to use both sides to get a central shot. Oh, what a finish. Really good. Feinted to come back out to this right side and then just stuck it in the back of the net. Really good finish there from Iona Nolan. Her first goal in the final, and Vincent's lead by 5-4. It's the first time they've led since they went in front through Katie Hines, very start of the first quarter. So we're halfway through the second quarter. 5-4 to Vincents. But Drogheda on the attack again. There's definitely an infringement there. And just have a chance now right in front of goal. Backhanded shot. What a save. Gillian Farley with the effort round the corner. But Zoe Martin more than equal to it. Zoe O'Brien more than equal to it. And swimming away now is Iona Nolan. Down the right hand side. Switches across to the left hand side as we look at it. The shot being wound up, and I don't think Danielle Clemmer was getting anywhere near that shot from Katie Hines. Clemmer now just sends it back out that side. Again, it's coming through Sive Kindon, I think. So much easier to tell the hats in this game with white and black as opposed to, it was the half and half hat earlier on. It was like white and grey. It was hard. But this is much more easily identifiable. Zoe O'Brien gives a short ball out to Iona Nolan, and Nolan just sends it way up the pool to Kate Hines. Ref spots something. And Vincents get the minor and just trying to work something now more centrally, but they've gone wide to maybe come back in narrow. Yes, they have, but they've overthrown it a wee bit. And Iona Nolan had to scamper for that one under the pressures of Simone Herbachage. Well, it's back in the hands now of Danielle Clemmer. Both goalies have seen so much of the ball in this final. Both sides really having a go, not backing off, really attacking each other. Drogheda just trying to create something, and they have. And they've got a chance really centrally here, but they're having to go back, and they're really having to work for anything to get now. And it's with Coulter John. She just sends it right across. Chance now for Farley. Can she work something with 5 seconds left in the shot clock? They really need to do something quick here if they're to get it. Shot comes in from Sive Kinlan, but it's easily blocked down. And Vincent's just retain the ball. No threat to their goal, really. And they'll be happy to break up the pool here with Anya Hennessy. Just going to play a nice simple ball down the line there to Cleona Calvin. Calvin was impeded. So the Drogheda players had to back away the 1 metre as required. But Vincent's just trying to work it around that arc there. Work it they did, but a good block down. And the block came in there from Nicola Coulter-John, and she set her forward away. There's a scamper for the ball. I think the Drogheda forward might have won it. No, under the water she hasn't. It looked as if it was Gillian Fritz who was trying to get there, but she just couldn't. Good defending from Cleona Calvin. And Vincents are just more than happy to take their time and work it. Use the arc. Iona Nolan, not entirely sure what that one was for, but the referee obviously saw something. And Drogheda working it now to loose to Cara Kinlan. Cleona Calvin looking to the ref as if to say, what did I do wrong? Chance here for Coulter-John. She's been fouled, is she? No. It's coming out. She, I think, brought the ball under the water. And Vincents have it. And again, they've gone long now, and there's a chance for Cleona Calvin, but the Drogheda player claims she's been pushed down. I don't know if she is. Either way, Vincents have the ball, and they have it with Anya Hennessy. Hennessy just gives it back there to Kate Hines. And it comes back out now to Calvin. Option centrally, and she takes that. Hines a chance. Oh! They took a defensive hand on the way through, and danger averted for Drogheda. So despite being under a lot of pressure in the last couple of moments, there's only one in it. Danielle Clemmer looking to the line to ask what should she do. She's been encouraged to travel and travel. 14 seconds to go. She's way up at half court now. She's looking for an option. She's looking for a swimmer in the hole. She might find one straight down the line. With 3 seconds left, she goes for it, and that's gone out. Will it be a corner? It will. Did the right thing. She waited her time. There was no one presenting, and she took the shot. So it's out for a corner. 1 second left on the clock. She shot. Oh, what a good effort that was. Hit the top side of the crossbar, but it has gone out, and it remains 5-4. Vincents lead by 1. We'll be back with quarters 3 and 4 after this. Welcome back. So sides have swapped ends, so Drogheda will be shooting from left to right, Vincents from right to left. 2 quarters to go. We're halfway there in the final of the ISC Women's Senior Cup for 2023. Referee asking both sides just to get ready for swim off. Drogheda getting some extra instructions, so they're last to positions. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here, because Vincents have won the first 2 swim offs in this final. And the third one looks to be going to the Vincents as well, and it is. Our referees for this final coming from both Greece and Belgium. So Vincents leading by 5-4, looking for 12 in a row in terms of national cups. The instruction coming in there to Nicola Coulter-John, don't foul, but she didn't hear it, and she did foul. And on the far side, Cleona Calvin has just scored an absolute beauty. What a lob that was. Not one thing Danielle Clemmer could do about it. And Vincents have a 6-4 lead at the very start of the third quarter. Farley gives it out to Simone Herbage. Well, she's been really closely marshalled there by Iona Nolan. But looking for someone to present in the hole. There was no one there. She was looking for Robin Joyce. And Vincent's happy just to swim it out. There's a real chance here for a 7th. And it's off the post, incredibly. Kira Frankie wound it up and got so much power behind it. So much power that it ricocheted off the post and came way out the pool. Big let off for Drogheda now. If they could get one here, it would be nearly worth 2. Because that effort from Frankie, even the most pessimistic person would have gambled on that one going in. So back it comes now to Coulter-John. And she's gone out wide for Leisha Devlin. And Devlin trying to work something. Just coasting our way inside. Going for the far wing, and there's a chance maybe centrally. Oh! I think I might have got a touch, and it just went over the head of Robin Joyce and ended up in the hands of Zoe O'Brien. The faintest of flicks took it away from Joyce that time. Good defending from Vincents, and they'll swim it out now with Lucy Kelly approaching halfway. Minute and a half gone in the third quarter here. 6.5 to go. Kelly still has the ball. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Hennessy has it now. Just trying to work something maybe a little bit further. A feel, a chance. Oh, keeper. The shot came in. Not entirely sure who hit it on the far side. I think it might have been Anya Hennessy. And that was one that Drogheda will be disappointed to have conceded. It looked really soft from up here. And Vincents have extended their lead now 7-4. And all the early work and good pressure Drogheda applied slowly seems to be unravelling. Vincent's starting to foul them high up the pool now, so they can't build early attacks. But twice there's been an infringement on Gillian Fritz. And Fritz trying to work something and finds Leisha Devlin. Devlin tried to get the shot away, but she was blocked. Still a draw the ball. They've gone back to go forward. Swimming with it now is Coulter-John. Gives it inside to Devlin. Devlin, is she going to shoot? She has. Oh, really good one at the near post. That's one to get you back into it. 7-5. Drogheda not going down without a fight here. They're responding to everything that's been thrown at them. Really good crowd in here for this final. And Vincent's restart us. And Kira Frankie's on the ball, being confronted by Coulter-John. They've marshalled her really well. Scored 8 goals in the semi-final. She's only got the one in the final. Good defence by Drogheda. And they're just trying to force them wide at all times and block up that central area. But Vincents are clever enough to be able to work it. And they've got the minor trying to just swim it in that little bit more centrally, but they've gone backward. Chance of a shot maybe. No, it's been squared again to Cleona Calvin. Calvin just pops it across to Hennessy and back out now. Chance off the post. That one came in there from Mairead Baker. And Drogheda just delighted to see that back in the hands of Danielle Clemmer. And she's coming really far out the pool in this final on 2 or 3 occasions. Wayward sort of a pass there, but it's been won back thankfully for her, by Robin Joyce, and Joyce is trying to outswim her opponent while bringing the ball forward, but she's been infringed, and play on, and the play has been swapped to the far side. Now it's coming back centrally by Drogheda, but again a loose pass. It just puts unnecessary pressure on Drogheda, and the ball has been turned over. Ball just thrown away there in frustration, but that'll play into the Vincent's hands, no problem. Aoife Hennessy just carrying the ball out now and gives it up the line to Ciara Williams, and Williams goes to the loopy one. Oh, really good from the keeper. It looked as if it was going to just drift across the line, but the keeper got there and keeps the score at 7-5 and keeps Drogheda that little bit closer to Vincent's. Again, Clemmer coming out really far in the pool, asking them to present and to move. Minor there as Alicia Devlin's just trying to make a swim away down the right hand side. Has she been found? She hasn't. It's gone into Farley in the hole, and Farley was definitely infringed. Well, she know she brought the ball under, so it'll come out with Vincent's, and their goalie Zoe O'Brien. And Zoe just plays really central ball there. Loads of room in the pool for Kate Hines to swim into, and Hines decides to go for it, and Hines is sent it to the right and wide. Bar a brief spell in the second quarter, it's been really competitive. Drogheda really showing they're a good side. Topped their group, of course, en route to today's final, and had a good win in the semi-final, 10-8 against Carlbrew. A really good game earlier on. Vincent's a wee bit too strong for Tribes, winning 20-7 after topping their group. But both sides giving as good as they're getting in this final. So infringement there on a Drogheda player. And, oh, that was a silly one. They just tried to pass it simply and it was intercepted, and this could really spell trouble. Ciara Frankie's inside. Referee says, I'm not entirely sure, I think it is a Vincent's ball regardless, but it was a breakaway there, and somehow Nicola Coulterjohn got back, slowed Ciara Frankie down, but did it in vain because it's a penalty. And Frankie this time makes no mistake from close range, gets her second goal of the final, and it's 8-5. Really big goal, that one. Just gives Vincent's that little bit of an extra cushion. It all came, of course, from a Drogheda mistake in the middle of the pool. And then Coulterjohn couldn't but foul Frankie. And it's 8-5 now, with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Drogheda with the restart. They're trying to keep it nice and central, and Vincent's are trying to force them to play it from long out the pool by fouling, but Alicia Devlin with a quick shot there, easily dealt with, I think, by Zoe O'Brien. Leona Calvin taking it out for the defending champions. Long one, she got the ball into the right player, but she hasn't. It was dealt with and given back to Danielle Clemmer, the goalie. Looking for Ciara Frankie again. I think it was Leisha Devlin who nearly swam into her goalie's face, but thankfully that didn't happen. So Drogheda coming down the right hand side of the pool here with Leisha Devlin. And Devlin just being slowed up by Ciara Frankie's protesting her innocence. Playing it across now to the far side and looking for Nicola Coulterjohn. Coulterjohn's been turned over by two Vincent's players and they have the ball just shy of the middle of the pool. There's a breakaway here. It could be another one for Iona Nolan, a goal scorer already. Nolan with the shot, Nolan with a second. Great finish. Simple mistake again, costing Drogheda in the middle of the pool. And with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, it's 9-5 to Vincent's. Timeout called by Drogheda. The Vincent's manager is just telling his players remain in the pool, don't move, just take a breather. Drogheda swimming down into our left hand side here just to get instructions. And when that timeout is over, we'll be back with you. So both men's teams are just up in the gallery looking down here and watching the events unfolding before them. They take centre stage in just over an hour's time. Meanwhile, we have a quarter and 2 minutes left in the women's final for 2023. And at present, it's Vincents who are looking like making it 12 in a row. 9-5 they lead. But there's a chance here for Drogheda. They still have possession. They don't. It's been turned over. Really good defending in there from Iona Nolan. Did well to dispossess Christine Farley. And Vincents have it, a crossing halfway with Mairead Baker. And it went wide. And they've got it back into the hole. A chance. Good defence. Really good defence there to prevent Ciara Frank from getting the shot away from Nicola Coulter-John. That's one thing definitely that Drogheda have worked on, is to prevent Frankie from getting any sort of primary possession in the area. And that there, definitely an infringement on the Drogheda player. The Drogheda player foul was Gillian Farley. And Farley just looking to find the teammate in space. She's gone wide, but she's giving their teammate a lot to do. Robin Joyce, and Joyce picks it up and pops it back. And Frankie nearly dispossessed, I think it was Christine Farley, but the shot clock was up and she just had to throw it away. And Vincents will restart with just over a minute to go, and it's in the hands of Iona Nolan. And Nolan just happy to take it forward. Now gives it across to Anya Hennessy. Hennessy just pops it into. Oh, that was a really good effort there from Mairead Baker. It's twice she's tried it in the final. Just that one, just into the hole and pop around the corner with the outside shot. But that one's gone to the left of Danielle Clemmer's goal and wide. And with 43 seconds left on the shot clock, Drogheda have the ball just on halfway with Leisha Devlin. Devlin into Gillian Farley. Farley trying to work something. And there has been an infringement, I think it was on Robin Joyce centrally. And Joyce just trying to get away. But Drogheda just not getting away quick enough, and they've surrendered possession yet again. Ciara Frankie has it, being confronted by Coulter-John. She's pleading for people to move. She's found someone. That someone looks to be Lucy Kelly, but Kelly's effort goes out and wide. And Clemmer just sends it long, looking for a swimmer, but it was aimless. But thankfully, from a Drogheda point of view, it's all kicking off here. But Gillian Farley was infringed there. She was pleading that she was half drowning, pleading to the referee. The referee agreed, and the shot came in there from Robin Joyce, but it's gone wide. And that is that for the end of the third quarter. It's Vincents with the upper hand, 9-5, as we go into the final quarter of the 2023 ISC Women's Senior Cup Final. We'll be back in just a few moments. Alright, we're back for the fourth and final quarter of the Women's Senior Cup final here, live from the Ora in Bangor in the county of Down. It's the Vincents who are holding a 4-goal lead, 9-5. And they are hoping for their 12th title in a row. Drogheda hoping to win their first ever and end a run of successive cup final defeats to the same opposition. So the timer has been set. 8 long minutes for Vincents to make it 12 in a row. 8 short minutes for Drogheda to overturn a 4-goal deficit. And for the final time, the ball has been thrown in and all 4 swim-offs won by Vincents. And the ball is being swum up the field by Cleona Calvin. Calvin confronted now by Ellen Joyce, slowing her down well up the pool. But illegally so. It's shot in there from Calvin over the bar. And it will be Danielle Clemmer who takes it out. Gives it out to this near side here. Simone Herbage. And she gives it forward now. Good chance for Drogheda. It's with Ellen Joyce. Joyce just trying to get away. Gives it inside. Good ball, but well dealt with, I think, by the Vincent's defence. And Ciara Frankie back to our goalkeeper, Zoe O'Brien. Vincent's doing all the essentials and the basics right. Now getting themselves up the pool. Anya Hennessy has it. 2 goals in the semi-final. A goal earlier on this afternoon in the final. Set them on their way. Ciara Williams trying to find the right pass. Gives it back to Calvin. And Calvin confronted by Joyce, who's saying, I didn't have any hands out. And that one's gone over. Long one out this time. Finding Alicia Devlin from Danielle Clemmer. The referee, I think he's looking for someone to leave the pool maybe. No, wants the ball out. A lot of whistle blowing. He's very adamant that something's going on. Wants someone out of the pool. It is a Drogheda player. And that Drogheda player looks to be Gillian Farley, who's leaving the fray here. But not just an ideal time to be going down one. So that's them back to equal numbers. Drogheda restart with the ball just inside the Vincent's half of the pool. 20 seconds on the shot clock. And Ciara Frankie trying to stop it. Source way out the pool. Nicola Coulter-John trying to just get into the hole, and she has the chance there. There's a tame effort from Christine Farley, I think, well marshalled by the Vincent's defence, and easy for Zoe O'Brien just to mop that up and set them away now. With Ciara Williams hasn't scored in the final. She got 3 in the semi. She's just pops it outside now to Aoife Hennessy, and Hennessy just hit the crossbar and safely back to Danielle Clemmer. Clemmer looking for that long one for Nicola Coulter-John, but decides now to go short to Alicia Devlin. Devlin fouled high up the pool, and she gives it inside to Farley, and Farley definitely been held under the water, you could see that, and the ref did spot it. So we've 6 minutes to go, still loads of time, and it's Drogheda with the possession, and a shot there, bit of a rasper, but straight into the hands of Zoe O'Brien. I think the shot came in from Simone Herbage, but now it's Vincents who are attacking, and Clemmer came off her line, did really well. The ball just got away from Ciara Williams, and it was Clemmer who was just there to mop it up. Shouts of good defence coming from the Drogheda fans. They'll be happy with that one. Now can they capitalise at the far end of the pool? Just over 5 minutes to go, but referee has spotted something that will be a Vincent's ball. So Vincent's just swimming the ball forward. They'll be using all their knowledge and experience to just run the clock down, not make any mistakes, keep possession. Anya Hennessy has it. Out now to Williams. Williams shoots. Good save. That was a real tricky one. Bounced in the water and splashed Clemmer in the eyes, but she did really well to keep her, whatever she could, of her eyes open on the ball and just beat it away from the goal. Another infringement spotted by the referee here on the near side, and Vincents have it, and they are swimming way up the pool. And now there's a chance. Oh, this would be a super goal if they get it. Oh, that is class. But red flag being raised on the far side. So not entirely sure why. But that was just very unlucky from Clemmer. The ball hit her and came back out, and just waiting on it there, I think it was Ciara Williams who got it. Just as she's leaving the pool. She's got her first goal of the afternoon. 5 minutes to go here in this final, and it's double scores. Vincent's 10, Drogheda 5. And Drogheda, every time they get up, just cannot get by halfway really. And anytime they do get into the hole, they've been well tackled, well marshalled. Vincent's doing all the real good defending. What is it? Drogheda ball for the foul on Herbage. Gives it inside to central area. Another infringement on a Drogheda player, this time on Robin Joyce. Joyce is trying to work something, looping shot, but that's gone over the top and behind Zoe O'Brien's goal. And now they're just taking the ball out here with Aoife Hennessy. Hennessy's found, is it Frankie in loads of space? Frankie's found Calvin, and Calvin has found the net. And I think that is that. 11-5, we have 4 minutes left. But it'll be very hard to overturn this from a Drogheda point of view. So Robin Joyce restarts us here. And you can hear very clearly the Drogheda players saying, who's looking? But eventually they found something. And it's Rebecca O'Donovan giving it down to, there's a Herbage again, looking for something inside. Oh, what a good finish that was. Fake the pass inside. Look left, but shot to the keeper's right. And Zoe O'Brien helpless to do anything about that. 11-5. 11-6. 5 in it, I should have said. 11-6. Vincent still hold all the aces, but Drogheda making a comeback, or trying to make a comeback of it. That's well read by Danielle Clemmer. She swam out before Mairead Baker could get to it. 3.5 minutes on the clock. What can Drogheda muster up? Going for it long. Looking for Ellen Joyce, and found her, and Joyce was infringed. Joyce has popped it inside now. And that looks, is that I think it is a penalty, is it? The Moan Herbage. No, it might actually just be a minor, yeah. Have to give her the meter. It looked like she's been pushed down there. She's overthrown it. And Drogheda now just trying to engineer something. And Rebecca O'Donovan again. Back out to Herbage. And Herbage throws it in centrally. Oh, Frankie just dealt with it really well, and then gives it into Zoe. Oh, is that across the line? Oh, no. Now it is. No, it's not. It's not. Oh, it looks as if it was in twice there. Great drama. In the end, it's a corner, I believe. Oh, that would have been an absolute nightmare scenario for Vincents. But it's a chance now. Oh, it hit the water and just bounced into the hands of Zoe O'Brien, and she just popped it out to Mairead Baker, and we're going to get a timeout necessary. It was all action there for a minute. I think the timeout's called this time by Vincent, so they obviously just want to get their defence in some sort of shape. Drogheda decided to go over to their side as well. And when we resume, we will have just under 3 minutes to go. It's Vincent's leading 11-6. So just for any of you at home, to recap, Drogheda top Group A, beating North Dublin 12-3, and then they beat Tribes 11-10. They beat Cathal in the semi-final 10-8. St Vincent's Group, they topped Group B, beating Diamonds 22-9, and then Cathal 14-9, and they beat Tribes in the semi-final 20-7. Drogheda have never won a senior cup, but they have been beaten in the last two finals. Vincent have 12. They're going for 12 in a row, which would be 13 and 14 years. And as I said, Vincents are also looking to do the double with their men's for the first time since 2018. The men take on Cathal in just under an hour's time. So, with just over 2.5 minutes to go, Aoife Hennessy has the ball, gives it a looping one off the crossbar there from Cleona Calvin. 11-6, 2 minutes and 20 seconds are left. The ball is very firmly in the hand of Danielle Clemmer, but she gave it really short actually to Sive Kinlan. Kinlan and Judge have been fouled, but got it away there to Ellen Joyce, and Ellen Joyce popped it inside, and Rebecca O'Donovan has it, and Donovan gives it out to Leisha Devlin, and Devlin just threw it over when O'Donovan was making a good swim in through the central channel. And Vincent's just taking it away out now with Lucy Kelly just under us here. Everyone's starting to get up the field. In with Cleona Calvin. She's saying, look, I'm being clearly fouled here, ref. And she was, and Frankie engineered that at a nothing. Little 360 turn. And stuck it in the back of the net. A hat-trick for her in the final. A hat-trick for Cleona Calvin as well. And despite all the good defending that Drogheda have done, Cream comes to the top. And Frankie with a hat-trick. That's 11 goals for the day so far. And that makes it double scores at 12-6. It's been double scores at 10-5 as well. And it looks now, with just over a minute to go, as if Vincents have their 12th in a row, their 13th in 4 years. Fantastic achievement for them. Well intercepted there by Frankie. Good work too from Clara Kelly, and Vincent are just really attacking the Drogheda end of the pool now. Frankie swimming the whole way as she stops and squares it across to Hennessy. Or sorry, to Lucy Kelly. Lucy Kelly, what a shot that is. Not one thing Clemmer could do. And Lucy Kelly cements it now. 13, 6 or 7 between them. And Vincents have really shown why they are Ireland's number one. Very comprehensive performance here in the final. Trailed at the end of the first quarter, led at half-time 5-4, but since then it's been one-way traffic. Drogheda refusing to give up, looking for an option, even so deep into the game. Devlin just kind of clashed into Farley there. There goes the bell. Kate Hines did well to turn that one over. Zoe O'Brien gets it up the pool. Chance for Clara Kelly. Was there another minor? I think there might have been. The meter has been given, has it? There's been an ejection as well. Kelly just fires it over to the far side. And a chance, good save from Clemmer, from Shauna Kenny. Oh, nearly went in. It was nearly a conversion. It is in now. Ciara Frankie got it in eventually, after good work from, I think, was Kate Hines. And it's 14-6 with 30 seconds to go in the first of the two finals today. So Vincents have got a firm hold in this one now, and time is very much on their side. So potentially one last attack and maybe one last Drogheda goal, and that will be the end of what has been a fantastic weekend's action here from the women's side of thing in Bangor. But again, Vincent's relentless, just fouling them up the pool, not stopping, not giving anything away. But Leisha Devlin, as she is so often tried in this final, trying to engineer something, eventually she's got the ball inside and off the post. He couldn't make it up. did really well to get away, beat her opponent, but hit the post. And I think it was Gillian Fritz that time. Danielle Clemmer just swimming out with that one. Is she going to try and swim the pool? No. Just decides to give it in simply there. Looping shot. And off the turf, but it wasn't enough. And that is it in the Women's Senior Cup final. Vincents are the champions, 14-6. Comprehensive performance, and that's 12 in a row. Our congratulations to them. We'll see you shortly for the presentation.
Congratulations to our winning team, St. Vincents. Commiserations to our runners-up, Drogheda. I'd like to commend both teams on a wonderful final, very exciting to watch. Before we begin the presentations, we would like to invite our two referees, Mr. Andreas Morales and Mr. Alan Dosh, to receive a token of thanks for travelling to Ireland to officiate at our Irish Senior Cup. On behalf of Ireland Waterpolo, our President, Mr. Kevin Armstrong, will make the presentations. And also to our referees for our men's final, Mr. Konstantinos Vasilou and Mr. Michael Markowitz. And could we have a round of applause for our referees, please? I'd like to call on Drogheda Waterpolo Club to make their way forward to receive their medals. We've asked the St. Vincents Waterpolo Club to now make their way forward to accept their gold medals. chairperson, Mairead Baker, to please step forward to accept the cup.
All right, well, that's the presentation over and the medals have been awarded. We will be back for the men's final at 6:30.
Tough few matches to get to the final and a well-deserved trip to that final today, and you put on a really, really good display. I've no doubt your day will come. Keep working at it, and you did yourselves and your town really proud today. So 3 cheers for Drogheda. Hip! 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 Next, I'd like to thank Steve, Louise, and Michelle, and the rest of the Vincents community. These 3 here have put in weeks, months, and years of their lives into us on our squad, and your hard dedication doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you very, very much. And to the rest of the parents and supporters, these girls aren't old enough to drive, or they don't drive. So there's a lot of life stuff for them to train and parents on the bank, and that stuff doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you very much to Vincents. Lastly, my baby goats! There's a lot of big shoes to fill here. I'm going to cry, I think. There's a lot of big shoes to fill, as you can imagine, playing for Vincents. This isn't our first time winning this, but for a lot of this team, it is their first time. It's not easy to step in and fill the roles of the girls that are up in the stands watching us today, but I think everybody will agree that the 12 players here today did a remarkable job filling those shoes and showed exactly what Vincents is about and why we have been so successful over the last decade. I cannot wait to see what the future holds. You're remarkable, and thank you so much for letting me lead you this year. 3 cheers for the girls. Hip! 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 Thank you. We have some final presentations to make. The ladies' team of the tournament, as selected by our referees, is number 10, St. Vincent's, Kira Frankie. Yeah. Number 1, Cahill Hannah Taylor. Number 4, Drogheda, Gillian Fritz. Number 5, St. Vincent's, Clea McColvin. Number 9, Tribes, Sophie Moran. Number 6, Cahill Eva Ramsey. Number 7, St. Vincent's, Mairead Baker. Our tournament MVP will receive the Bert O'Brien Memorial Trophy. Bert, as we all know, is a player, coach at club, provincial and international level. and former President of Ireland Waterpolo, who sadly passed away in 2021. We would like to call on his son Gary, who is of course our senior ladies coach, to present the trophy to this year's MVP, St Vincent's number 10, Kira Frankie.
All right, well, extended presentation, MVP and team of the tournament. So that is us. We are all done with the ladies section. Join us in about 10 to 15 minutes for coverage of the men's